Next up, we have some more comedy for you by a man who just showed up recently wearing a shirt from a different comic book franchise. Patrick Thomas Perkins, PTP.
Give it up for Batman at least. I'm just so anti-politics, I don't do anything DC related. That's how that goes. I still love Batman, like don't get me wrong. I actually consider myself something of a Batman of comedy, alright? Like for real, for the first few years, I just hid in the shadows and trained. But now that I'm 30, I like to stalk the night, fight injustice as I see it, and then I disappear in a puff of smoke. The biggest difference is, of course, Ninja uses Batman smoke and I use weed. That's number one. Although I do live in a basement that I call the Pat Cave. Since I would say my parents have been dead to me. So that goes. I'll actually tell you part of the reason why that is. I only found out last year that I have ADD. Alright. I was 30 and my 11-year-old son walked up to me and he said, "Hey Dad, I have ADD and I think I got it from you. You should probably get tested too." That's a brave conversation for an 11-year-old to have with his dad, especially when he knows I had the same conversation with his mom about STDs, and she had them both, so that's why he lives with her. Don't worry, it's fine. Like, we still talk and hang out all the time. I am what you would call a National Guard dad. 3 weekends a month, 1 month a year, I do my duty. I know you guys don't take me seriously, but I do. Oh, you guys don't like kids? Is that what it is? My kid is hilarious. He wrote a joke for me. You guys want to hear it? Yeah? All right. Are you ready? Clap your hands if you're having a good time tonight. Yay! All right. And clap your hands if the bar has been treating you nicely. And finally, keep clapping your hands if you're ready to poop your pants at any time now. Kid is 11, he's a fucking prodigy. God, I love my son, that's why I'm trying to pay back the $10,000 in child support. That's how love works. It's weird, like I have a lot of weird opinions. Like, I've been in Portland all my life, right? But I am growing to despise it, because at one point we went from a city where like you make your own furniture, right, to a city that sells organic furniture. And that is a real store. I pass by it every day on my way to work. All right, and I work as a porter. If you don't know what that is, that's fine. I didn't know what it was either. I thought I was going to be like pouring port on the left side of a ship for people. Turns out, porter is just pretentious for janitor. If you don't know the difference, it sounds something like this. Porter, the lavatory is out of hand sanitizer. And if you're not pretentious, it sounds like this. I shat too much, you gotta fix it, janitor. It's totally how it goes. It's weird. I hate pretentiousness. I work in a store that I would call Host Seasons, because I don't want to get sued ever. And I don't actually, I don't know if it's a Whole Foods or a New Seasons. All pretentious stores look the same to me. That's how it is. And here's how bad it is. I work in the Pearl, alright? And if you're not from Portland, that is where we import, manufacture, and export the pretentiousness. Alright? And I have to deal with it every day. I have to deal with pretentious homeless people. Alright, and I'm not gonna judge you, but if you have the math tweaks, alright, and you're yelling about how obnoxious a woman on a dead cell phone talking to her dead dad is, you're a little bit fucking pretentious. Alright, like there was a dude who took all of the silver coins from his change collection, alright, put them into a bucket, and then swept off all the pennies and said, I'm better than this! To nobody at all, just to the whole store. Alright, and it's worse because it gets the pretentiousness that gets like condensed and like empowered by money and becomes privilege, right? And that's super weird. Like I'm a janitor and I had a garbage can in one hand and a garbage can in another, and I was dumping one of the cans into the other. Like not like that's my job, right? Like I don't just play fucking monkey in the middle with trash, right? Like I was trying to save a bag. And this gentleman with one of those ironic mustaches and glasses that aren't real comes up to me. And he says, pardon me, sir, are you the fishmonger? And I was like, no, dude. But you see that chick 5 feet to our right, holding a fish in the seafood department? I don't think she can help you either, dude. Like I don't think that's possible. I do love my son. I don't see him regularly enough, but I do my part with him, right? Like, he goes to a Christian school, and I don't think anyone here is going to identify as that. That's fine. And if you're like secretly Christian, if you're like in the closet about your Christianity, I'm not going to judge you. All right? I pray to the Holy Trinity of Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady, and Eminem. The man, the performer, and the artist. You can judge me, it's fine, alright? But my kid went to a Jesus school and he didn't know Jesus school stories. Right? Like he didn't, like here's the thing, there's a point in the Bible, a bunch of them, where Jesus is like, hey guys, don't be a dick. Like that's all he says most of the time, right? Like even when he got killed, he was like, forgive them, they know not what they do. Which is basically like Jesus for don't be a dick, they killed me, it's fine. And it's okay, I'm not telling you guys to be about Jesus, I just believe in Sun Tzu's The Art of War, so you gotta know your enemy, right? And I was still pissed that my kid didn't know the Jesus story. I knew them, right? I had to be the one to tell them to him, right? His only opinion of Jesus was he's the dude that gets you out of being grounded. Like you just, Jesus, I'm sorry I punched my brother. Get me out of this week's detention. Like it sucked. Because that would be like if he had gone to Wu-Tang Clan University and he didn't know Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Right? Like he learned Christ rules everything around me, cream, get the money. But he didn't learn shame on a Christian for trying to cast judgment at a Christian by casting a stone at a Christian. That's some fucked up shit, yo! And on that note, I say amen and have a good night.
Yeah! Patrick Thomas Perkins. Thank you very much.